How's it going, Taurus? Robin here with AriesFireTarot. How's it going? So, guys, it's time for June 2020 general tarot card readings for the month. So, this is going to be sort of a predictive reading related to June and see what's going on and any energy available to you. So, I really hope that you enjoy the reading, and I'm going to be using the Gilded Tarot to do this read. And I've also got the Romance Angel Oracle card deck because I want to pull a card at the end of this reading to see what could possibly be going on in your love world. So anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for joining me, and thanks for, being here on the channel and subscribing, and just everything that you do to interact with me while you're here. I really do appreciate you as individuals and as a collective. So anyway, I hope this is a great reading and that you enjoy. So I want to say, just keep in mind it's a general reading, right? So, if the whole thing doesn't resonate, I'm sure some of it will, and that you'll have a favorite card. So we're going to look at the main theme of the month. And I'll do a deck cut to see what that card is. So this is and the first word I got here was prestigious. This is the Queen of Cups, and she's very regal. It's really important to take note of how cards come out in different decks. And this is the only deck that I have where the Queen of Cups, like, she's completely decked out in gold. All of her surroundings are gold with the exception of the sky. So she's got some, thunder clouds there, but they're not concerning her. She's not even looking at them. So if you do have something troublesome come in, you guys, I would just completely emulate the Queen of Cups. And sort of like, you see how people are like complete ice queens and they can just frost people out. I rule at that, and it's like you just put up some sort of barrier and something ceases to exist for you because you're too busy over here being amazing, looking off into, the distance towards your perfect dream life, and where everything is, excuse me, filigreed in gold, and I'm just too fabulous to even bother with your little petty tempest in a teacup over here. So just really keep that in mind. Also, what I'm getting here for you guys is, like, you don't have to show up to every argument that you're invited to, and that's what this thunder cloud is all about here. Something could be brewing in your family or, your friends or whatever, but you don't have to even participate. Just say, yeah, I'm pretty much done with that. So let me know how it goes, and all the best. And like I said, I'm going to be over here being fabulous and attracting all things positive instead of lowering my vibration and getting my feet muddy in your puddle. So let's see any past influences offering this month. And, when I first read this reading, I kind of assumed that the past influences would be negative, but I guess that's a reflection of the way that I think and my experiences, but it doesn't have to necessarily be negative. So let's get you guys a really good card for any past influences affecting this month. So we have the Knight of Swords here. So there's a little bit of an impatience to this card. Like, you can think of that term sort of the pregnant pause, So if you've been waiting for something to come in, and that's sort of the tone that the Queen of Cups is setting here. She is watching in the distance, and it's almost like waiting for the dust to come up on the horizon when like the chariots are coming back from war or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, or the lone cowboy riding in and the hoofs of the horse pounding on the tundra. I don't know. I'm more of an indoor girl. Or exhaust, or the sound of a motorcycle coming in, just waiting for that hint of something to come in. So that is probably going to linger on. You might have to still, like, passively wait for something to come in. And then the Knight of Swords, he's more than ready to move forward. Like, he's just waiting for the action cue from the king and the queen to be able to go in and execute. So it's like you are gracefully waiting for something to come in. So you just have to continue to do that. And I did a video on my other channel, Oracle Rising, that one of the strongest things you can ever do for yourself is to be patient enough for the things that you deserve to come into your life. You know, I'll just sort of equate that to people that have been single, and not all people, single for a long time, where they start to slowly lower their standards. You know, they might start off with a high expectation of what they want in a partner, and as they've been single longer and longer, they're like, well, okay, well, you know, maybe so and so will do. But meanwhile, they're just not on the right level for them intellectually or emotionally or even physically. But you know how that happens, where, you know, waiting is a test of your patience and strength. So you might have to just keep on disciplining yourself to be patient enough to know that you deserve the absolute best in life. So I see that happening here. So let's see any roadblocks of the month, you guys. I'm also being guided here to tell you guys to be extremely direct with people. With the Knight of Swords. The way that you think. Don't leave anybody any room to guess what you're trying to say. Make sure that there is no room for misinterpretation when you're giving people information about what it is that you want or what you're waiting for. Like, if you get a job offer and it's not quite what you want, you need to say so. If you get a romantic offer and the person isn't quite your match, and that's okay, you need to say so. And you can say things very diplomatically in a way that is not going to hurt people's feelings, but you can just say, you know, this is what I'm expecting for myself and this is what I deserve. So roadblocks of the month. So we've got the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is a little bit more sensitive than the other kings. So he might sort of reach out. And this is really, really strange here because you have the king and the queen. So they could be having conversations about you. I got the words behind your back, which is where this thundercloud could be coming from. Maybe other people are saying like, oh, she's just so full of herself, you know. Oh, who does she think she's kidding? And it's this kind of things that you're going to have to deflect with your Kevlar. And the King of Cups, he's probably a little bit more sensitive. I really see somebody meddling in your life and trying to get a rise out of you, which is why you need to be incredibly succinct about what it is that you want for yourself and sort of ignore the thunderclouds. I think it's somebody very close to you, and it could be your family because we've got the king and the queen. Somebody thinks that they should have a little bit more say over your life, but you're probably an adult if you're sitting here watching. So you're going to probably have to back them up. And I just thought of a really famous Tupac line, but I'm not going to say that because it'll offend YouTube. Yeah, you got somebody raising a storm for you, and they need to stop. Because you've got your highest intention, but somebody's like, oh, well, I don't see why she just doesn't marry so-and-so from over here, even though so-and-so probably wrinkles your nose and, oh, why doesn't she? And I'm saying she because a lot of my viewers are female. So if you're a male or if you identify as something else, then this is for you too. Why doesn't she just get a job down the pub? Well, that's because it's not what you want, you know, and you do have a more elite vision of yourself, and you can hold on to it because you have some very convoluted energy here. You have the energy of the king and queen because it belongs to you, but you also have the energy of the king and queen because somebody close to you is they're really trying to influence your path. So you really are going to have to exercise a lot of strength and able to, and you can do it just by ignoring them. Like, you don't have to get entangled in anybody's, you don't have to argue with people. You can just say, thank you. You know, you could thank you. Okay. And then just, you know, put the facade on and like bring a book, or just start reading your book, or go into your phone, or just like put that wall there, because you've got bigger intentions for yourself than working down the pub or marrying so-and-so down the street who completely is not your match. And I actually got the words completely sickens you, but I mean, So possibilities of the month here, you guys. So you have the Knight of Wands. So I really do see that your patience does pay off, okay? So you've got the pregnant pause with the Knight of Swords, but you've got a call to action here with the Knight of Wands. And it's going to be something, and again, probably towards the end of the month. So you're going to have this month where it's like just ridiculous, with people pressuring you and saying, you know, the clock is ticking, dear, or, you know, just all these old adages that applied to, I don't know, Victorian age, or when people were just trying to hustle their younger kids into marriage, or maybe it's a cultural belief, or just whatever. People are trying to hustle you along your path, but you're not having it. And so, like, kudos to you this month for really putting the brakes on what other people think and say and want for you, because I mean, while it's their business, it's their business to sit and wait for you to tell them what you're doing with their life, not the other way around, because you're not a child anymore. Really stick to your guns and keep that patience of the Queen of Cups, and keep that unaffected facade. Like, even if you're raging on the inside, like, just remember that when you speak things, you can never take anything back. You can issue an apology, but once the words are out there, especially if it's in an email or a text message, or you leave a voicemail, woof, you know, that you get like some sort of scorching, like earth scorching, volatile response because you're fed up with people not believing in your vision. You're the only one that needs to believe in your vision, and just use all this negative energy that's coming in, you know, kind of like getting Pac-Man for some reason. You know, just eat all that up and use it to fuel yourself, and just thank you. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what, you guys, like, sometimes, and I'm shuffling the Romance Angel Oracle card deck, sometimes the comments I get on my YouTube channel, like, I'm like, whoa, you know, and I just say thank you for your perspective, and I move on. So, but it took me a while to get there, so maybe that will help you. Anyway, let's pull a card here. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and I really see that this is indicative of these people that are trying to meddle. You know, maybe you just want to do a little sort of cameo appearance instead of staying for dinner. Oh, I have this pressing engagement afterwards, but thanks so much for inviting me by. You know, oh, I'll take a plate of that to go while you're at it. Thanks. You know, and just like popping in, do a pop in. Don't give anybody time to start pressuring you. I'm so swamped right now. You know, I have an interview later. I have a date later. No, it's probably none of your business. I'm going to go. Bye. Thanks. And off you go. And I think that's a super cool way of doing things. And some of you could be separated from your partner, you know, if you're in a relationship, and that's okay. Maybe you're going on a work trip or something. That's all right, you know, and I'm not seeing anything really, really related to romance here for you guys, but being able to put boundaries in for people so that they don't cross them, and sticking to your guns, and remembering whose life this is anyway. And yeah, thanks everybody for your unwanted advice. But I'm going to be over here being my fabulous self, as in the Queen of Cups. So yeah, you guys are really going to have to like gut it out this month. So remember, I'm here for you, sending you love and many blessings. Take care. Bye.